to Wind Down Wednesday. It's our first Wind Down Wednesday of the year, and I'm so happy to be back. My name is Chari Hughes. If you're new here, go ahead and click that subscribe button and the notification bell so you can be notified when these videos drop. If you don't know what Wind Down Wednesday is, it is where we wind down from our week and we talk all things lifestyle, advice, and etc. Okay? Today we are going to be winding down with Chloe. It is a Pinot Grigio, and we are gonna see what it is about. Y'all know typically I do red wine. This is a white wine. You should be able to find it at your local market. I found it here at my market. It is at Rouse's. So we're gonna get into it. I do have my notes for y'all. I did not come unprepared. I am extremely ready. It's not bad. All right. Our Wind Down Wednesday topic for today is how to attract real friends and make genuine connections in 2023. Let's get into it. I felt compelled to make this video because there has been a lot of talks on friendship, where real friends are, people losing friends, people gaining friends, and people connecting. And I thought that it was very important that we understand how to make those genuine connections and have real friendships. I think a lot of people believe that because we are in 2023 that friendships are no longer valued, that relationships and dating, all those things are not a thing. Are they a thing of the past? I think not. I think that you really have to find your group of people who are destined and just right for you. So we're gonna go ahead and get into what is a friend. So a friend is a person one knows and with whom has a mutual bond, and typically it is exclusive of sexual and family relation. All right, that's what a friend is. We're gonna go dictionary, we're gonna go friend 101. That's what it is. How does friendship affect your well-being? So friends can impact your life in many ways, and it can teach you things about yourself and challenge you to be better. They provide emotional support through tough times, and they also celebrate your success. So if you're wondering how it can help your well-being, that's a great point. Friends encourage you to maintain and achieve healthy goals. They also recognize and hold you accountable for unhealthy behaviors. Not just yes men's or yes women's or women. Yes men, yes women. Friends also help decrease feelings of loneliness and help build confidence and self-esteem. So if you're a person that has friends right now, or you don't have any issue making friends and making new connections, you kind of understand what friends are and how they work. It's about to get real as we dive into the 3 types of friendships because yeah, let's just get there. So the 3 types of friendships: the comrades, constituents, and confidants. Those are the 3 types. We're gonna talk about comrades because comrades are individuals who are not for you or your cause, but are against what you are against. They will be with you as long as you're both fighting a common enemy. Comrades will leave you once the joint enemy has been defeated. However, they can be valuable in helping you to avoid unseen objects and to overcome shared problems. So basically what a comrade is, and I see this a lot of times in friend groups that were not already friends, but they probably didn't like this one girl, so they both became friends because they both didn't like this one girl. That's pretty much how comrades work. I mean, if we're gonna be frank, they basically team up to fight against the same enemy. It doesn't make much sense to me, but hey, to each his own. All right, constituents. They're not necessarily loyal to you personally, but they do share allegiance with your mission or your cause. If they meet someone who can further their own cause or goals better than you can, they will leave you. Okay. Many confuse a constituent for a confidant and are perplexed when the friendship ends common. However, constituents will only maintain a friendship when you are able to meet their needs, and will abandon you if your interests change from what they were initially down or drawn to. With that said, constituents can provide real solidarity and can support you so long as you are united with a similar passion. In addition, constituents can be valuable problem-solving partners, if only for a season. I'm gonna go back up. So a constituent is a lot to break down because they are not necessarily loyal to you. They're loyal to themselves. Like, if you think back to your friend circle and friends that you've had in your life that you probably thought were loyal to you in your life, but they were only loyal to themselves. So basically, when you could not like be there for them at a certain time, or when you could not, do what you used to do for them, or when you could not, when you just didn't really share the same interests anymore, they went ghost. It's because they served like their purpose. They weren't genuinely there for you. They were there for themselves, or they were there to receive. So in my perspective, I believe that a constituent is a person who is oftentimes on the receiving end, is not very mutual. And that's honestly sad if you're a constituent friend. Then we have confidants. Confidants may be described as friends who are there for you regardless of the situation. They love you unconditionally, and they will be constant in your life and do not leave when difficulties arise. You can be yourself and do not have to put on a show to impress them. With these friends, you can feel comfortable being your authentic self. Confidants allow you to confide in them and support your dreams, and they are deeply connected to you. These friends will not judge you and will be honest with you, knowing that your friendship can survive occasional hurt feelings or disappointments. I literally just described myself. That's the kind of friend I am, and oftentimes I have mistaken constituents for confidants in my life. I thought that people who were actually just there to receive were actual friends who were all about me, and I was extremely wrong. Extremely wrong. And I'm pretty sure you all have dealt with one friend or another who has been a constituent that you had mistaken for a confidant in your life. So I use the 3 types of friends method to help me alleviate any disappointments when I am starting and building and working on a new friendship or connection. Some people use 4 types of friends to help decipher friendships and intent as well. PsychCentral.com breaks it down into 4 categories instead of the 3. This also helps. So it simplifies it a lot. The 4 types of friends are acquaintances, social friends, intimate friends, and the epitome of friends. So they break it down. They say that acquaintances help with networking potential, low expectation conversation, reduce social anxiety. Social friends, being a part of a community, widening your circle of friends, easy, low pressure dialogue. Intimate friends have deeper connections, encouragement, help, and fun you can depend on. And the epitome of friends help with freedom to truly be yourself, stable, judgment-free support, mutual love, and loyalty. So I say that your constituents will be in between. It'll be like your acquaintances and your social friends. That'll be your constituents. I don't really see comrades on this list. Your intimate friends also can fall in the category with confidant, as well as the epitome of friends. So that's the lamest term. So we've talked about, what are friends and the types of friends, the 3 and 4 types of friends. Let's talk about how we attract those friends and make those meaningful connections in 2023. I believe that you have to be genuine, you have to discern and decipher, and you have to make an effort. We're in a different year. It requires so much more self-awareness. It requires so much more intentionality. There is so much more that 2023 will require and requires, just like the next level of things. To be genuine, you want to always be true to who you are and ensure that your motives and intent are pure. If you are being true to yourself and your motives for friendship, honestly, you can't really go wrong. When you discern and decipher, you want to pray and ask God for spiritual discernment. You want to ask Him to reveal the spirit of a person and embrace His guidance. I always tell people, especially people that are just meeting me, if you want to know who I am, ask God. Because 1, He does not lie. He will always tell the truth, and He will always reveal who a person is and their intent and their motives. And I stick beside that. I'm gonna stick beside Him. You want to utilize 3 or 4 types of friendship to decipher what type of friends are in your life. So whichever one works for you, the 3 types of friends, which is comrade, constituent, and confidant, or the 4 types, acquaintances, the social friends, the intimate friends, or the epitome of friends, whichever method works for you in 2023, that's the method you want to use to decipher the friends or the people that are in your life. Friendships also, we don't talk about this enough, but friendships can be very demanding. They can be demanding, and they require lots of time and a lot of giving into relationship. It requires mutual respect. So the more friends you have, the more complex your life becomes. So you want to decipher the right amount of friends to have, and you want to decipher that because you want to be most comfortable and you want to maintain balance in your life. Because honestly, what is that saying? What is that saying? There's this saying where it's like, I forget that saying. It is, to whom is given, much is required. I believe it's something along that range. But basically, if you have a lot of friends, sweetie, you have to maintain each and every one of them. Like, you have to maintain those relationships. And for some people, that can be overwhelming. That can be a lot for them. So you definitely want to decipher what makes you comfortable. And you also want to make the necessary adjustments, because you need to know what works for you and what works best for your life. The last thing we want to do to attract real friends and make meaningful connections in 2023 is make an effort. Make an effort. Friendships are relationships that need nurturing. Like, you cannot expect for it to grow. You can't expect to get to know anything about anybody if you are not making an effort, and it won't be deemed as genuine when it is one-sided. You know what I mean? So here are some ways, some tips that you can utilize to make an effort. And it's so simple. It is basic. It is literally like 1 + 1 = 2. You want to be loyal, be accepting and understanding, be kind and listen, be consistent, be selfless, be vulnerable, be forgiving, be accountable, be relatable, encourage, acknowledge, and celebrate. Like, how simple is that? Like, every foundation of any relationship, you need those things. Like, you can't make it without being relatable or being loyal or, you know, being consistent. Like, hey, if you want a friendship and this is you want to show up, support, do whatever you have to do, you know what I mean, to ensure that somebody feels your love or what you have to offer. Oftentimes we go into relationships just thinking about receiving, but it is more about giving than it is receiving. And I think that to be a great friend, all of these qualities are great qualities.